Yo, what's good, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Hey world, what's good? It's your boy LG, and I'm back with another video. Man, today's gonna be a good day. Y'all see the title? I've been working on this, man, and I've been kind of dealing with a lot of stuff. So, wrong one. There we go. Sorry. There we go. All right, we're gonna keep it popping right here. I think I like that right there. So, shout out to Wizard for this beat. This beat is called "Strippers" by Wizard. Thought it was a dope ass beat, and so I wanted to give them a big shout out for putting out the heat. And I figure it's a good little opening beat for y'all to kind of listen to for a minute, okay? But today's video, I was planning on recording this, but I was like, you know what, screw it, and I didn't want to take the extra time to actually record this, and do all these extra takes and stuff, and I got to be at work in a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this video for y'all, and but yeah, we're gonna get into this video right quick, and y'all see the title. We talking about strip club etiquette, man, and I think it's long overdue to be talked about. It is high time we talked about this, man, because you got so many people on both sides complaining. You know, the girls are complaining about the customers, and management having to deal with a lot of BS from customers. So I'm like, you know what, we gonna let's put out some etiquette. You know what I'm saying? And basically, for those who don't know what etiquette means or what that word means, is basically it is unwritten rules, guidelines. Like etiquette. When you think etiquette, you think of certain things like at the table etiquette. You think of unwritten rules for like eating at the table, like I said before. Just certain societal things are not necessarily clearly expressed, but it's like things that people can, for the most part, agree on. So I got a few things, just using my experience from working there in the clubs, and also some my personal opinions, and also talking with some of the girls as well. So your boys got some what's the word? I guess we'll say we got some clout. I guess we'll just go with that, okay? So we're gonna start with something like real simple. Okay. All right. So the biggest thing that we need to understand is keep in mind what you're going for. Okay. Keep in mind your surrounding, what you're going to be there for. Okay. You have a right to be there for whatever reason you want to be there. If you just want to look, if you wanted to see what the food are, what the food is, if there's food there, if they serve food, whatever. If you're going for the dances, if you're going to, you know, for any other special events that they have there, like maybe an artist that you like is performing there. Some clubs do that. Some clubs have other performances as well. One club that I worked at one point had midget wrestling. Uh, and you know, there was sometimes where they would have like other, I guess, other entertainers come in from out of town to perform or to host a party there. So it's good to know what's there, okay, what you're going for and all that stuff. That's very important, very important. All right, which goes right into my next point: being aware of costs. Okay, be aware of how much things cost. So if you don't know something, ask. You know what I'm saying? If you're not sure of what's the cover charge, you know what I'm saying, how much are drink specials, even, you know, dances, VIP, you know, always be sure to ask questions. And if you can find somebody that's willing to answer your questions, you know what I'm saying, stick with that person. Okay. And because there's a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of different personalities in the strip club. You know, sometimes if you ask a question, you know, especially if you're legit honest about, you know, trying to get to know what's going on in the club, you know, sometimes some people will take that as, oh, you just trying to be funny and try to, you know, just take advantage of you, either take advantage of you or just straight up ignore you altogether. And, you know, sometimes, you know, staff has to work on that. You know, their job is to be, you know, polite to everybody, and unless they're, you know, being obvious, you know, there's obvious people being obviously trolling. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're aware of everything, you know what I'm saying, or as much as possible, whatever interests you. If you want to know, you know, if you want to dance from an entertainer or a stripper, be sure you develop that relationship or develop that first and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, it'll go a long way for you and your money. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of money, make sure you have enough. Okay, for whatever, I don't care what you're going for. That's the biggest problem. Make sure you have enough money. This is more like a common sense thing, but you should have enough. Have enough for whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm telling you, it sucks to sit up here and think you got enough money for something and then you find out that you're short. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you don't get to ask the right question, or you don't ask the right person, and, you know, you find out that, you know, the drink that you wanted is a lot more than what you were expecting to pay for. So trust me, it's always good to make sure you have enough money just in case, if possible. Okay, I can tell you, man, I literally had this one instance one time where this is kind of gonna go into another topic for another time, but I remember one time where you know, this one dancer charged me a certain amount and I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, my homeboy was there to bail me out. But it was definitely kind of a eye-opening experience, and it kind of encouraged me to make sure I always have enough money to go out. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that type of place. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing is, when you go to these places, understand that there's a lot of different things there. There's a lot of temptation, a lot of things going down. You know what I'm saying? yes, this is. We go. I'm gonna give y'all some tips, man. I'm giving the customers some tips today, man. I'm giving the customers tips today. I don't know why my chat's not showing up, but yeah, we're gonna go in. All right, but yes, I am talking to y'all about. I'm using my experience to help y'all. You know, because I've seen some things. I've seen customers do some of the craziest stuff, and it's wild, bro. What's up, Demetrius? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Demetrius. Welcome, guys. TK, excuse me, TK. Yeah, fucking sure. I'm never going to one. Hey, you know what? You'll be surprised who goes for what. Like, honestly, I've gotten to the point where I would think the same thing until my homeboy took me to a strip club that had some really good ass food. Like, the cook was dope, and I've actually working in a strip club. I've actually um became friends with one of the cooks. You know what I'm saying? And actually a couple of the cooks actually, and they were some dope ass people, man. And of course, I took care of my cooks because they had some bomb ass food, especially while you in the middle of the shift and you hungry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes all you gotta do is just tip them, and they got you, dog. Should be on point, dog. It should be on point. You know, but you'll be surprised what people go to strip clubs for. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if no matter what, as a customer, don't let nobody make you feel bad about going for whatever reason you decide to go for. Okay, it is what it is. Like I said, make sure you have enough money. Like I said, also tip whenever possible. Okay, tipping goes a long way in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody makes money. That's how most people make their money, from the dancers themselves to the waitress, to the bartender. That's how a majority of their money comes. So, what about the women? I'm gonna get on the women. I'm glad you asked that, because that's coming on another video later. I'm gonna get on the women later. That's a whole nother topic. But today I'm talking about the guys, the customers. Okay, we're talking about the customers. Okay, customers. We gonna get on them. Demetrius Young Daisuke. You trust me, you gonna love that one. But we gonna talk about the guys today. Anyway, let me not get distracted. But yeah, tipping is important. Tipping is very important. Okay, this is how everybody makes their money. So if a bartender serving you up a drink, they do a good job, be sure to tip. You know what I'm saying? Entertainer, make sure you tip them. And I'm gonna get on the entertainers in a minute. I'm gonna get on that in a second. So interacting with them, so that's a whole nother beast. But just make sure you always have that in mind. Make sure you take care of your people, your management. You know what I'm saying? If you are VIP, if you are VIP, or you trying to get into VIP, act like it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be like the rappers or whatever. You ain't got to be like them niggas. Like, on some real. Let's be real. And I say it like that because a lot of dudes do get ignorant in a strip club. You know what I'm saying? Fly girl, what's good? You can welcome to the stream, man. You came at the best time. We talking about my experiences at the strip club. But anyway, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So, but like I said, tipping is important. Make sure you have your everything, is planned out as best as you can. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Just what you're going for. You keep that cemented in your mind, please, because there's going to be a lot of distraction. There's going to be a lot of whatever. I definitely would say it's best to go with a friend, especially a friend who is a little bit more versed in the strip club. It's definitely a good idea to go. I would definitely advise against going by yourself, unless you have nerves of steel and you're ready to, you're mentally ready to go. You know what I'm saying? When I first went, I went with my homeboy. You seen him on my streams before, Demi Slayer. I went with him a few times, just to kind of see how he handles things and how he does things, and also kind of see how to the best ways to operate. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna get to the good part, okay? And this is the big thing, okay? Dealing with the entertainers, the dancers, okay? And I'm gonna say this one time, and I'm going to explain it the best way I can, okay? It's only entertainment, okay? It's only entertainment. Okay, it is adult entertainment. All right, it doesn't make a difference how much money you spend on this girl. Okay, 9 times out of 10, she's probably not gonna go home with you. Okay, if I don't care if you put 1,000, 100,000, maybe, but more often than not, get it in your head. I don't make a difference how much you spend on her. She's not gonna go home with you more often than not. Okay, she's there to get the money. Okay, point blank. And as a customer, I need and I'm getting on customers first because a lot of guys, they go in here, they always try to talk to these girls and give them that spiel. Oh, you're too cute to be in a strip club. Oh, well, what's going on? Well, this, that, and the third. You really should be doing this. You should really be doing that. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. Yeah, cut that. Okay, kill that. It's dead. It's done. Stop. Okay, she don't want to hear that. I literally. I literally had that happen to me a few months ago. Girl was talking to me. She was just upset because the guy didn't even really give her nothing. Like, and she was just like, the dude was just trying to just lecturing her about, oh, she's too cute to be in a strip club and, just giving her this whole lecture. Felt like, her dad and shit. Like, it's like they don't want to hear that. Okay, let's just be real, bro. I don't. I'm tired of looking at that shit. Like, they don't want to hear that shit. They literally do not want to hear it at all. Okay, now it does help. Now, if you're the socially awkward person, and because there are some of those guys in there, we all get those socially awkward people. They don't really know how they come across as like weird. They come across as a certain type of way. Not a lot of people try to talk to them. Those type of people. Okay, if you're one of those, y'all gotta definitely be careful about y'all money, because I'm telling y'all need to understand, a lot of these girls, they prey on dudes like that. I hate to be giving away secrets like that, but it's gotta be said. Like, I want y'all to go, if y'all go to a strip club, I want y'all to go for and understand that there are certain things involved. I say this because it's very important. I see a lot of customers a lot of guys get upset because they do all this, they let their emotions get the best of them, and they go in and, oh my gosh, she's amazing, she's this, she's that, blah blah blah, whoop de woo, and I gotta take her home, and they talk this girl up, and she's, oh, I'm gonna take her home, and da 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 da, I'm gonna blah blah blah, whoop de woo. Nah, and it just doesn't happen, and they get their heart broken. I'm trying to save y'all the heartbreak, okay, guys. I'm trying to help you to understand and try to save you from heartbreak, because it's sad. Like, it's legitimately sad. I had a dancer come tell me that she was, this customer wanted to take her somewhere, and she basically agreed to it or whatever, and she basically finessed her way out of it. Okay, she didn't feel comfortable. Okay, that's the biggest thing, is you got to understand how to make the dancer feel comfortable. For the most part, a lot of dancers are different. Okay, the main driving force is money. Yes. Now, you also maybe the Pretty Kelly. Hey, welcome to the stream. I think your heart inspired. Nah, man. I think it's a little bit of both, man. Especially the socially awkward ones, because the socially awkward guys, they tend to think more, oh, if I give her money, it's going to be this. But it is what it is. But yeah, and also here's another thing too. Just because you're VIP, I see this a lot of time with people that are in VIP. So that means, high paying people, rappers or up and coming rappers, all that. Just because you are in VIP, that doesn't mean they are going to give it up to you. Okay, I'm a DJ. TK, y'all forgot. I'm giving y'all this experience because I've worked in the industry, so I know this thing. I know it. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, I did get got one time. I'm gonna tell you the story how I got one time. It was really small. It was really, really, really small. It was a small thing. But it kinda like woke me up real quick. This is before I actually started working in the clubs, but yeah, so let me get on my point. VIP doesn't equal free kitty cat. Okay? So for all you rappers out there that be blowing stacks or whatever y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, sometimes they will. Sometimes they will. It really does depend on the girl. It really does. But for the most part, just keep that in mind. You got to keep it in mind that it's only entertainment. So with that being said, VIP does not mean you get to you get to get free access. Like, it doesn't work that way. Okay? It's the same thing. Like I said, it doesn't make a difference how many A does equal. Honestly, yes and no. Yes and no. Honestly, because to me, some of y'all don't understand. Like, for me, I'm very picky. And some of the girls, like, honestly, and I'm going to get into that, like, another topic. That's going to be my next topic, my next video, probably next week. And I'm going to be talking about the girls, too. Because some of the girls, I would not, like, I don't care. Some of the girls, like, the big earners, unless their work ethic is not on par or I'm not feeling them, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I don't care. I'm literally one of those. I don't care. But we'll go into that later. So yeah, keep that in mind. It gets thrown at me though. Sometimes. I would say 75%. I would lower that number to 75%. Okay? We're lowering that number because sometimes I'm like, nah, bro, I don't, nah, no. No. So, But here's the, okay, and this is the big one, okay, and I need y'all to understand this, customers, my guys. Before I get into that main point, couples. I just thought about that. Couples. So we know when couples come in, right? Y'all, for most people who don't know, is 100% more than That's true. That is true. But couples, right? Here's the thing. This mainly goes for the females, the females, you know, the ladies. Stop being so jealous. I need y'all to stop being jealous. You know what I'm saying? Stop being jealous. Stop it. Don't cause any drama in a strip club, okay? Your man's gonna look. Okay, because this is normally what I've seen. They normally, the tactic that they normally go for is the women when the couples come in the strip club. So they normally go for the women. Why? Because they understand that a lot of women get real picky, and sometimes I've seen this too, where the couples where women in a relationship will literally pick. They'll find one that's entertaining to them, that's also not the cutest one or the most attractive one in the club, and they'll put that on their man and, you know, get a dance for both of them. And, you know, the man ain't really happy. He upset. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted, you know, he wanted this 10 over here, but he stuck with the 5 at the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stuck with the 5 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. Like, so couples, y'all gotta go into the game plan with the game plan saying, look, okay, if yo dude, come up with a compromise or something. I don't care how you do it. Come up with some kind of compromise. If he wants to dance from that one, the pretty one, you know what I'm saying? Let him have the dance with the pretty one, okay? You may not like her, whatever the issue is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all together. Communication is key. Like, you know, something, oh my God, it's ridiculous. Like, the jealousy. How are you going to be jealous when you literally walk into a strip club? Y'all agreed to go into the strip club, but y'all jealous. But you turn jealous because all these girls and oh, I could do this and I could do that. Then if you really could do it, then go do it. Go apply. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, done with that. So couples, don't start no drama in the club. That's all I'm saying. That goes mainly for the females. You know what I'm saying? Now, and this is the biggest point I want to drive home. All right? The biggest point I want to drive home is, it's your money. Okay? It's your money. You have the right to do with your money whatever you please with. Okay? Exercise that right. Exercise it. Okay? If the girl that's all on you or trying to get a dance from you, you know what I'm saying, you don't want her, tell her no. Politely tell her no. Okay? If she don't respect that, get management. Okay? Don't push her, don't do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Get management. Okay? Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they're going to side with the woman if you do something crazy. So I'd rather you develop a rapport, right? Develop a positive rapport. Here we go. All right? So when stuff like that does happen, because it's going to happen, I'm telling you that right now. Stuff like that does happen, things will be a little bit more in your favor, okay? I'm telling you that right now. I'm giving y'all that. You don't let no dancer try to guilt trip you into spending some money if you don't want to dance with her. Okay? She gonna talk her little mess, let her talk her shit. She need the money. Okay? You got it. Remember, you got the money, you got the power. You can choose whatever girl you want. Okay? Now you also got to understand that there are prices. There's a certain price. If you know what you're getting, you got to know what you're getting into. Okay? You know that, like I said before, you're not going to get no free pass. Right? So know what you're putting your money into. And you got to be aware of that. I don't care how much she tries to bribe you. I don't care nothing about that. Just tell her you're broke. Nah, don't do that, because I'm telling you, just be real to say you don't want to dance. I'm telling you, just say you don't want to dance from her. It's all good, because I'm telling you, it'll suck to tell that one girl you broke, and then you over here throwing money. She see you throwing money at these other dancers. Like, that's just straight up disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Just say you don't want to dance and keep it moving. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Communication goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, excuse me, most of the time, the communication is going to be nonverbal. So, guys, I'm going to tell y'all, be firm with the nonverbal communication, okay? Be firm with it. I'm telling you, hey, no, ma'am. No, thank you. I'm good. Just like how you don't want another drink. So waitress come and say, you want another drink? You say no. Same thing with, nah, I'm good. No, ma'am. No, thank you. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? She try to sit in your lap. If she try to sit in your lap and you're not feeling her, hey, no, I'm good. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, excuse me. No, thank you. I'm serious. I know that sounds weird, but I'm trying to save y'all from some drama, dog. I'm trying to save you from being in a position to where you're going to be, not enjoying yourself. You feel me? And like I said, at the end of the day, it's literally entertainment. At the end of the day, you pick who you want. Keep in mind, some of these girls are on drugs. Some of these girls are addicted to certain things. Some of these girls are alcoholics. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just keep in mind, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. Okay? If something does go down, take it with a grain of salt. Okay? If it happened, it happened. Just sometimes if you can take it, if you want to go there, say like the girl that you want, she's dancing on you, and it gets to the point where things get a little hot and heavy, hey, and it goes down like that, you end up taking her home, hey, that's a win for you. To put that on the win column for you and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like, even if you have a favorite dancer, please don't be like all up on her, please. I that's annoying. Like, don't be like, oh my god, it's da 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 da. Just take it as a grain of salt. Hey, that's my, hey, how you doing? Hey, it's my favorite dancer. Don't be all up on it. Like, I'm telling you, life shit. I'm giving y'all some stuff, man, because I done seen some customers, man, and I had I had a story of this one entertainer. She had um, literally had to kick a customer out, and because the customer was definitely being a bit of a sleazeball, you know what I'm saying? And the thing with it is, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say this again in my next video, too. But it's nature of the business. It's the whole job itself is a gray area. Okay, the whole entertainment business is a gray area. Okay, there's nothing really set in stone. You understand? So when you understand that and you go about it and you have a proper game plan, it makes things easier. That's what I'm giving you guys, is the idea to come up with a proper game plan. You understand? Like I said, know what you're going for. Okay, if you're going there to eat with a friend or whatever, you're going to watch the game, or you're going to, while you're watching the game, take advantage of the drink specials and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got some places. A club I went to had $3 steak and fries on like Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna bring in a lot of people. So don't take advantage. Take advantage of that. If that's what you want to do, then do it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're there for, that's what you're there for. Make sure you follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? If you're not supposed to touch the entertainers, then do your best not to touch them. Okay. If there's if there's a certain drink limit, 2-drink minimum. Most places, I think sometimes they'll do a 2-drink minimum or something like that, or a 2-item minimum. Do your best to follow it. You know what I'm saying? If you have questions, ask. I'm guaranteeing you there's somebody there that's willing to help you out, especially if you tell them that you're new. They'll definitely try it, but you go in with a game plan. That's the big thing, and that's the big problem that I see. A lot of people are not going in with game plans and thinking that this is going to happen when it really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I want to give to y'all. So if y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, real quick, for those that are here live, be sure to leave them real quick. I want to know what y'all questions are. If y'all have any or any comments, real quick, I'll read them. I'll read them out loud here on stream. And for those that are watching via archive, I want to say thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be doing more of these, more of these and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely want to get the customer stuff out the way. I think this is very important because a lot of like I said before, a lot of customers just come in and don't know what's up. They don't ask either, so they just go in and sit there and get caught up in something and boom. And it's definitely an experience. You know what I'm saying? In the right light, it can definitely be a good experience. It's definitely a fun experience, and you see girls that are actually putting in work. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a hustle, and I definitely have nothing but respect, for the entertainers and for everybody that works, especially entertainers. TK Stupid, he says, I have no questions. I'm not going to one. I got my X vids. Yo, wow, bro. I get it. It's not necessarily for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it does, honestly, here's the thing. It does help you in, talking to females. It does help. So for those that are a little bit unsure of how to approach females, it does help. Especially, and it does bring about a lot of different things, socially wise, that that money is definitely important, especially when it comes down to it. But it's funny how a lot of customers come in that have money look like they don't. If you really want, good client, you really want good service, like I said, the best service that you can get is, like I said, take care of the waitress that you have. Okay, the waitress or the bartender that you have. You know what I'm saying? And try to come in low key. You know what I'm saying? Try if you can, try to come in low key. More often than not, you'll get a better service. Now if you have a reputation for tipping and stuff like that, and trust me, word gets around in a club. The word gets around. He's a tipper. He'll tip. He'll do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? He's a good tipper. He takes care of his people. Sometimes they'll know. Word gets around. If you're a tipper, they're gonna get to you. They're gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the kind of attention that you want, by all means, go for it. If not, stay low key. I appreciate. I definitely. It makes things easier for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And and I think if you would rather go watch X video, X hamster, Pornhub, whatever, that's on you. That's your choice. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but trust me, if you just do decide to go, go with a friend, and it definitely will be a good time. Trust me. But remember that. Remember, you have the power. As a customer, you have the power. You have the money. You know what I'm saying? I got a non-customer question. How many stripper fights have I seen? I haven't seen too many. Honestly, to be actually fair, I haven't seen a lot. Those honestly are few and far between. Very few and far between for me, and I've been fortunate to not see as much. So I'm in a more conservative area. San Antonio is a little bit more conservative, especially when it comes down to that type of entertainment. So you're not going to see too many people in there, because of certain rules that are in place. But even then, a lot of the girls aren't really going to fight like that. If they do, it's like I said, it's very, very super rare. But I did see this one though. It was hilarious, and I had to think about it. Yeah, it was this one chick where this one dancer. Trying to think her name. I'm trying to think of her dancer name. I can't remember her dancer name right now. So dancer, we're gonna say dancer A and B because I don't remember the dancer name off rip. But they didn't really like each other. There were two black girls, and one one thing I like about black girls is that they hustle really hard. But one thing I don't like, especially in that industry, is sometimes they can be very catty and very petty. And this is just off of my personal experience. So I know it's not all of them. It is what it is. Like I said, for the most part, they're pretty cool. A lot of them are very forward. They're very forward about what they want. It is what it is. But when they don't like each other, sometimes it. Everybody knows it. So one, I guess dancer B, it came on her day off, and dancer A was just chilling and whatever. She was in the DJ booth chilling, and she was like, she happened to see her and whatever. And I was like, hey, I told her, hey, you got to go on stage. It was her time to go on stage. So she was off. I think she had got off the second stage or whatever, off her side stage, and she was at the bar. And all I see is people rushing the bar, okay? From the DJ booth, all I see is people rushing the bar. That's it. And one of the girls was taken into the main room and up in the front, and she was holding her head. So I guess from what the dancer A told me was that dancer B was basically messing with her while she was on the side stage and talking stuff to her and all that, and just making fun of her or whatever. So she didn't like it, and they met at the bar, and she took a glass and busted it upside her head. Okay, dancer B was off clock, by the way. She wasn't working. She was just coming in to chill. that was a big mistake. She ended up getting fired because she was on clock. She didn't like the girl. She ended up busting her. You know what I'm saying? It was just words being exchanged. And dancer A had a knack for being a loose cannon, I guess. So, boom, had busted upside the head with glass, and you just see blood. It wasn't bad, but it was just, glass. When glass cuts, it cuts. So it was just like you just saw blood on her face, and it looked bad in what it was, but it wasn't too bad. But it was crazy. It was crazy. Dancer A got fired, pretty much. She got suspended, then fired. Yeah. So I don't see those often, thank God. But most of the times it's cool. If the girls don't like each other, I tell them myself, like, look, if y'all don't like each other, y'all stay far away from each other. You see her, and if I see y'all going at it, I'm getting management involved too. So, like I said, everybody getting involved. I ain't got time for that. Like I said, because that's gonna bring down the value of the club. But we're gonna talk about that in another video. No, for the entertainers, I got something for y'all. My dancer friends. I got to talk to y'all. That's next video. But I'm gonna wrap this up here. I appreciate y'all for coming through, and like I said, I look forward to hearing y'all stories, customers, from my fellas. If you guys got any stories, if you were shortchanged or anything like that, or if you got a situation where you almost got kicked out the club, share it with your boy. I like to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's not as bad as people think it is. Honestly, it's entertainment. At the end of the day, just remember, it's only entertainment. You know what I'm saying? If it's not your cup of tea, then you don't go. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I catch you guys on the next time. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at 210LG, Facebook 210LG. Y'all see all of my information right here below. Boom, 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 right here. All that. Yeah, I'm gonna be going into work in just a little bit, so I just wanted to stop by and give y'all those tips. Dancers, don't think y'all safe, because I got something for y'all coming up next. All right, so don't. Next Strip Club Chronicles, I'm talking to y'all dancers. Okay, we gonna have some words, because we'll talk about that later. I'll catch y'all on the next time. All right, peace and God bless.
The Dynasty.